Carly Simon, the beloved American singer-songwriter, has made a lasting impact on the music industry with her heartfelt and expressive songs, as well as being a source of intrigue with regard to her romantic life and relationships. Throughout her life, she's been linked to a number of notable people, including fellow musicians, actors, and creative minds. In this video, we'll take a look at some of her notable relationships. Join facts first as we present, now 80, Carly Simon confesses he was the love of her life. Carly and James Taylor. Carly Simon's relationship with James Taylor was one of the most iconic and closely followed unions in the world of music in the 70s. The two influential singer-songwriters first crossed paths in the late 60s, introduced to each other by a mutual friend. The connection was immediate, fueled by a shared passion for music and songwriting. Their romantic relationship blossomed quickly, and they tied the knot in 1972, marking the beginning of a high-profile and often scrutinized marriage. Carly Simon and James Taylor's union endured for over a decade, during which they became known as one of the most prominent power couples in the music industry. Their creative synergy was undeniable, and they occasionally collaborated on music projects. They had 2 children together, a daughter, Sarah Maria, and a son, Benjamin. Their shared love for music, combined with their undeniable chemistry, endeared them to fans and made them a symbol of musical partnership. But despite the apparent harmony in their professional lives, their personal relationship faced its share of challenges. Both Carly and James were dealing with personal issues, including substance abuse problems, which strained their marriage. These issues, coupled with the pressures of their respective careers, ultimately took a toll on the relationship. The couple decided to part ways and officially divorced in 1983, ending their 11-year marriage. While the romantic relationship ended, Carly and James remained connected through their shared responsibilities as parents to their 2 children. Over the years, they've continued to maintain a civil and amicable relationship for the sake of their family. Though in more recent years, they've drifted apart and now don't speak much to each other, if at all. The two have been asked over the years about the dissolving relationship and have even admitted there was a competitiveness that came between them. In a Rolling Stone interview, James once said, quote, "I was afraid to say anything negative about her music. Any criticism that I had, I felt would make her dislike me." And Carly added, quote, "I feel as though I'm walking on hot coals." The song It Happens Every Day from Carly's album Hotcakes in 1974 is often interpreted as a reflection on the end of her marriage to James. The lyrics hint at the complexities and ups and downs of the relationship, suggesting it may have been influenced by her experiences with Taylor. And it's worth mentioning that in her book, Boys in the Trees, Carly admitted that despite the fact that she and James don't talk, he still holds a strong place in her heart. She said, quote, "I still want to heal him. I still want to make him all right, and I love him so much." Carly and Warren Beatty. Carly's relationship with Warren Beatty was a notable chapter in her life. The two prominent figures in the entertainment industry first crossed paths in the 1970s when they were introduced to each other through their shared connections in film and music. Their initial meeting led to a romantic involvement that garnered significant attention from the media and the public. Carly and Warren's relationship, while passionate, was relatively short-lived compared to some of Simon's other relationships. They were together for a brief period in the early 70s, but their time together was marked by intensity and a high level of public interest. Despite the initial connection, the relationship eventually came to an end. The exact reasons for the breakup remain largely private, as both of them have maintained discretions about the details of their past relationships. Carly and Cat Stevens. Carly's relationship with Cat Stevens, the British singer-songwriter who later converted to Islam and became known as Yusuf Islam, was a significant and memorable chapter in her personal life. The two talented musicians first crossed paths in the early 1970s, during a time when their respective music careers were on the rise. Their introduction was likely facilitated through mutual connections within the music industry, a space where they both held prominent positions. Carly and Cat became romantically involved during this period, and their relationship garnered considerable attention, as both were well known in the music world. While the exact duration of the relationship is less known, it was a notable and impactful union during the time they were together. Carly and Mick Jagger. Carly Simon's rumored relationship with Mick Jagger, the iconic frontman of the Rolling Stones, added an intriguing layer to her personal life and the world of rock and roll during the 1970s. The exact details of how they met remain shrouded in mystery, but their paths likely crossed in the music industry. The alleged romantic involvement garnered significant interest and speculation among all their fans, as well as the media. The duration and intensity of the relationship aren't as well documented as some of her other unions. Their time together in the 70s was characterized by the rock and roll lifestyle and the whirlwind of fame and creativity that surrounded him. They didn't have any children together and didn't stay together that long. While the romance might have been short-lived, it added to the mystique of both artists and remains a topic of fascination among music enthusiasts and pop culture aficionados. Carly and Russ Kunkel. Carly's relationship with Russ Kunkel, a respected musician and drummer, was a significant and enduring chapter in her life. The two artists met through their shared passion for music, as Kunkel was a highly regarded drummer known for his work with various artists. Their romantic involvement lasted for several years, marking one of her more extended relationships. The connection was not only built on personal affection, but also on a shared musical synergy. Kunkel's contributions as a drummer and musician complemented Simon's singer-songwriter talents, making them a creative duo that resonated with fans and critics alike. Despite the romantic nature of their relationship ending at one point, they continued to maintain a professional and musical connection over the years. Carly and Richard Perry. Carly Simon's relationship with Richard Perry, a prominent music producer, marked an intriguing intersection of music and romance during the 70s. Their paths likely crossed through their shared professional interests, and their relationship was characterized by both personal affection and creative collaboration. Perry's expertise as a music producer complemented her singer-songwriter talents, leading to successful and acclaimed albums like No Secrets, which featured her hit song You're So Vain. Their musical synergy was a notable aspect of their union. Eventually, they decided to end the romantic relationship, and the reasons behind the breakup, like many aspects of their personal lives, have not been made public. Carly and Jim Hart. Carly's relationship with Jim Hart, a writer, poet, and businessman, was a significant and long-lasting one. The couple first met and became romantically involved in the 1980s, marking the beginning of a relationship that endured for over 2 decades. He was known for his creative pursuits and entrepreneurial ventures, which complemented her artistic and musical career. They married in 1987. Together, they navigated the complexities of both their personal lives and the demands of their careers. Unfortunately, the marriage faced challenges, and the exact reasons for their eventual separation and divorce in 2007 have not been made public. But both people have continued to maintain an amicable relationship for the sake of their family. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know that Carly and James Taylor had a competitive streak that soured the relationship? Let us know in the comments section below.